Shannon, you can put us on the record.
Oh,
Okay, good afternoon. This is the matter of Dinges versus Dinges.
yes,
You are Janice Dinges?
I am.
Is that pronounced correctly?
Yes, Dinges is correct.
Okay, you are scheduled for trial. Mr. Dinges is not present. Does that surprise you?
No.
Okay, well, I will go ahead and we'll take some proofs and I'll see if I can't get you divorced. I'm assuming you still wish to be divorced.
I do.
Okay. So, Ms. Dinges, would you raise your right hand, please? You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
State your full name for the record.
Janice Dinges.
Ms. Dinges, you filed a complaint for divorce back in November of last year. Looks like we might have got adjourned a couple of times.
Yes. And missed a
But
couple.
was everything in your complaint for divorce true at the time that you filed it?
Yes.
And is it still true today?
Yes.
All right, while we go along here, I'm going to be filling out a judgment of divorce.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll be able to get that entered today. Are you still located on Nims Road?
Yes.
All right, give me a moment to write that down. The last address we had for Mr. Dinges was an address on Pheasant Run, but we've been getting mail returned that was sent to that address. Do you have any idea where he resides currently?
I've heard the travel lodge, but I haven't been able to confirm that either, so I don't know. I don't know where he's at now.
Well, it's pointless for me to be sending anything to this address because it just gets returned.
I don't know. My calls go unanswered. I can't even get a hold of my youngest, who's still at his. He still has our youngest. I haven't seen her in probably 3 months now.
Okay, there was a stipulated order for custody, parenting time, and child support that was entered back, oh, let's see, looks like back in December. Are the terms of that stipulated order working out?
No.
Well, let me make sure. I've got 4 children listed: Emily, Alyssa, Maria, and Alexis. Are those all the living? Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like Emily is no longer a minor, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so just 3 children that are subject to the order, Alyssa, Maria, and Alexis.
Yes.
Did you have any other children during your marriage to Mr. Dinges?
No.
Are you pregnant today?
No.
Do you wish to have your last name changed?
No, it's fine.
Are you seeking spousal support?
I'm not. Actually, with the last name, if I ask to have it changed, is it okay? Do I have to do it right away?
Uh, You mean go through the process of getting it changed on your driver's license, or
Yeah.
you got a couple of options here. You can come back in the future if you don't want to change today, and just file a motion to modify the judgment of divorce to change your last name, and it would be granted as a matter of course. If I change it in this will legally change your name.
Okay.
But you still have to go through the process of getting your driver's license, social security. I think those are the 2 things. Whatever else, you still have to do those things so people will recognize this as your last name. But
Okay.
legally, if I put this down, your name will change upon entry of this judgment.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that then. I will get the
What do you
name
want to
changed.
change? What do you want to change to?
Maiden name,
And
which
what
is
was that?
McGovern, MC, capital Govern.
Okay. Are you seeking spousal support?
I am not.
Uh, Do you wish to retain any interest in life insurance policies, endowments, annuities, or anything on Mr. Dinge's life?
No.
And do you wish any on your life that he might have to be extinguished?
You mean not let him have anything if I have anything?
Right.
Right. Yes.
That's what we normally do. I just want to make sure you're not seeking any interest in a pension or retirement plan from him,
No, I'm not.
and you don't wish for him to have any such claim on your pension or retirement plan.
Correct.
Have you already divided all of your personal property?
Yes.
Do either of you own any real estate?
We do not.
Okay, let's talk about custody. Right now, the temporary order awards joint legal and joint physical custody. Parenting time is equal parenting time as you may agree. Apparently that's not working for you.
It's not.
You mentioned that one child, you said the youngest, so that would have been Alexis, has
Yes.
been with Mr. Dinges for at least a month, and you have not seen her.
I have not.
Do you have any concerns for her safety or well-being?
Not for her safety. She's missed 3 appointments for her surgical team. She has a cleft lip, cleft palate, and she's required to go to Grand Rapids quite frequently. But she's missed her orthodontist appointment twice, and now she's missed her oral cleft team appointment 3 times now in the last 3 months. I guess
And
they
currently,
I'm sorry?
currently Alyssa and Maria are with you.
Yes.
When's the last time they saw their father?
They go and see him at a park. He doesn't allow me to bring them. It's down the road from where I stay. So I guess he'll drive out there, he'll meet them, they'll hang out for a little bit, and then he'll bring them back after 2 hours.
So they're not spending any overnights with him.
No, they're not.
When's the last time they spent an overnight with him?
God, it's been since he moved out of that apartment. They told me he wasn't in that apartment, I believe, in July or August. So that was the last time they spent the night over there. He did have Maria with him, and she ended up calling me from school and said, please come and get me before Dad gets here. I don't want to go back there.
Would you like me to award you sole physical custody of all 3 girls?
Yes, if that's possible.
How do you communicate with him?
I don't communicate with him. The girls try to give him information, and if he responds, they'll tell me. He does not have a working number that I can contact him at.
So you've got no way of getting a hold of him to find out why he's not returned Alexis to you.
Right. Well, when this all first started tonight, I told him that, I talked to him like, well, I haven't seen Alexis in 2 weeks. I said, we agreed on the 50-50 everything, but I'd still like her to come home. And he said, well, we have 50-50. It doesn't matter. And I got blocked. So that was it.
So Alexis is 15, 14.
14.
If Alexis wanted to come home, does she have a way to contact you?
As far as I know, she doesn't. She doesn't have a phone.
So when
She'll come with her dad every once in a while, but the girl said that's only the time they see her too. Or they talk to her is when she comes with her dad.
do they see her at school?
No, they go to different schools. My Alyssa is a senior and she goes to Western Options, and Maria is in Western Options too. So they're both at Woodville. And then Alexis is at Western High School.
So do you think she's being kept with her father and kept away from you against her will?
I wouldn't say it's against her will, but the way that Alyssa explained it to me is his girlfriend has 2 little babies, and they have Alexis there babysitting while they're at work.
How's she going to school if she's babysitting other kids?
Well, that's another problem is, according to her teacher, she's been failing a lot of her classes because she's not logging in like she's supposed to. She hasn't been attending school the way she was supposed to.
Are all of the children attending virtually?
All of Alyssa and Maria are both on virtual. Maria went one day and she called me and she said, please change it to virtual. I don't want to do this part. But the school did call me this morning about Alexis. I guess they shut down at 10 o'clock this morning because of a COVID outbreak. I didn't know that she had been transferred to Western High School. Last time I knew, she was at the middle school, and she was on virtual. Last time I knew, when I had her, and she signed over to virtual before the end of the year last year.
So why was the school calling you? Did they want you to come pick her up?
They had mistaked my phone number for Crystal, which I said, it's not a mistake. I'm her mother, not Crystal. I said, if I need to come and get her, I will come and get her. And they said, no, it's fine. We already contacted Crystal. They weren't supposed to contact me, I guess, is what the lady said.
So you would like me to order her into your sole physical custody?
Yes, please.
And to the best of your knowledge, she's living at the Travel Lodge?
That is my understanding, is that they're possibly living in the motel.
In any event, you have no precise information as to where your daughter is right now.
I don't.
How do you think Alexis is likely to respond to an order that says she's with you all the time?
I'm not really sure. I don't know what's been going on the last couple months.
So I've got to go through some factors. Do you believe it's in the best interest of all three daughters to be placed in your sole physical custody with parenting time as the two of you can agree?
Yes. Or maybe we should make a more structured parenting time so this don't happen again. I never wanted to keep his kids away from him. I don't want to do that now, but it seems like it's kind
You
of
don't,
backfiring on me.
you don't want him to keep them away from you either.
Correct. That's why I'm thinking maybe we should do a more structured.
Well, what I would generally do at this time is I would put a general clause in that says parenting time shall be as the parties may agree. And if either party wishes a specific parenting time schedule, they may petition the court. And
Okay.
it would be automatic that I would do it at that time. Given the structure right now where he calls you and you make arrangements for him to see the other girls in the park, and then they come back, that's what I would be inclined to recommend currently. And if you run into problems, you can always come back. But then at that point, hopefully I'd get a chance to hear from both of you before we came up with a schedule.
Right.
Okay, so there are a number of factors that I have to go through. Would you say that you have a strong emotional tie with all three of your girls?
Yes, I do.
How would you describe the emotional tie that they have with their father?
It's pretty strong. We all have good ties to each other. That's never been an issue.
Do you have the capacity and disposition to give your children love, affection, and guidance, and to continue their education?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any of the girls involved in any kind of church program?
They do the church in Nazarene every Wednesday or every other Wednesday in Spring Arbor.
Oh, okay. And is that something you're involved in?
No, I'm not. Specifically involved. During those times, that's when I do like grocery shopping and stuff like that.
But you allow them to be involved, and they want to be?
Yes, as long as they want to go, they can go.
Would you say the same exists with their father?
I believe so, yeah. I've never
All
heard of him
right, I
telling
want to
anything about church.
focus in on education. Right now, you're the one that's overseeing the education of Alyssa and Maria, correct?
Yes.
Making sure they're in school, making sure they're doing their homework, turning in their assignments, getting good grades.
Yes.
Currently, you're not able to do that with your daughter Alexis
Correct.
because of the lack of contact you're having with her father.
Correct.
And it appears that her education is suffering as a result of the father's negligence.
Yes.
All right. Next is the capacity and disposition of the parties to provide the children with food, clothing, medical care, basically material needs. Are you able to provide adequately for all three of your girls?
Mostly. There's some stuff I could use some help on.
And currently, I don't believe there's any child support. Is that correct?
There's not. Correct.
All right. I mean, if child support had been ordered, in the temporary order, he would have been ordered to pay, looks like, close to $100, $104 a month. Wait a minute, I take that back. $84 in base support and $20 in ordinary medical support. Oh no, hold on, I'm reading it wrong. $302 per month for 3 children.
Right. I think that's what I remember
240.
seeing.
Okay. And if I award you full physical custody of all 3 girls, that child support would likely double for him.
Okay.
Do you have concerns about his ability to provide for the material needs of the girls?
Just I don't even know where he's working. He doesn't really hold a job very long.
It sounds like if he's living in a hotel and can't maintain a home, that would cause me to have concerns about his ability to be able to provide for them. Doesn't sound like he even has a place for 3 of them.
Yeah. I know he's got 2 other child support cases currently too. I take that back. I think the one closed, but he's got arrearages.
Tell me about your home.
I'm sorry.
What type of dwelling do you live in?
I live in a house.
Is that a house that you rent?
Yes. It's a 3-bedroom.
Who else lives there besides you and your girls?
My sister-in-law, actually, Michelle Kinder.
And does she have any children?
She has 2. She has a boy and a girl.
Is there room for all of these kids all at one time?
Yes.
Do each have their own beds?
Yes, they do.
It doesn't sound like, from what you've told me, that the father even has a home, much less proper sleeping arrangements for all of his children. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you have any concern with Mr. Dinge's moral fitness to be a parent?
As far as his morals, no. He's generally a good
Do you have
dad.
any? Do you have any mental or physical health issues yourself?
I don't.
Do you know if Mr. Dinges does?
No, he doesn't.
So until he stopped returning the youngest child to you, where was she living?
At 5424 Nims Road.
And prior to him refusing to return her to you, uh, how much time did she spend with you compared to with Mr. Dinges?
She was there right prior. They were every other day. They were going back and forth. And then we started doing the week on, week off. And then he missed a whole week and I couldn't get a hold of him. And then he finally answered the phone and gave me that speech, and I haven't seen her since then.
And tell me the speech again.
That he was not required to. We were 50-50 and it wasn't really his problem. And she was going to stay with him. And he hung up and he blocked me.
So you've already told me how the youngest is struggling in school right now. How are the older two doing?
They're doing good. They have, well, Maria has B's and I think 1C right now. And then Alyssa has A's. Alyssa's trying to graduate on time. She wants to graduate early like her older sister did. So she's trying to push her stuff.
If I were to ask each of your girls, where would you like to live with mom or dad, what do you think they'd tell me?
I know Alyssa and Maria would say mom's.
You're not sure about the youngest?
Alexis, I don't really know. Like I said, I haven't really seen her in 3 months, so I don't know what else been going on and what her
It's been
situation
3
is.
months.
Yeah, I haven't
I'm
seen her in
sorry,
3 months.
I was thinking it was 1 month.
No, I haven't seen her since about the end of July, so it's been about 3 months. It's a hard one. Sorry.
Do you work to encourage your daughters, all three, relationship with their father?
I do. That's why I don't stop them from going to the park to see their dad or down the street.
Do you believe he's willing and able to encourage their relationship with you?
Considering Alexis, not so much.
Has there ever been any domestic violence in your relationship with Mr. Dinges?
No.
Is there any other thing that you'd like me to consider in deciding custody?
No.
All right. The statute requires me to interview the girls. I think that would be challenging. I'm going to take your word for what the older two would tell me. The younger one, I don't know, but I don't have any ability to get her in here because she's not in your care, and Mr. Dinges has chosen not to participate. So what I'm going to do, I find that all of the factors weigh in your favor as to all three children. I'm going to award you sole legal and sole physical custody of all three children.
Okay.
I'm going to order the friend of the court to conduct a child support investigation, but I'm going to order that the amount that was recommended in the temporary order immediately go into effect and remain in effect until such time as a new calculation can be computed.
Okay. Is there any specific reason why it goes up?
For each child?
Yeah.
Just because there's more. The idea is you don't have to come back to court each time a child ages out and drops off.
Okay.
Or if God forbid something happened to one of your daughters, you don't have to go back to the court. So they factor it. Here's what it is for all three. Here's what it is for just two. Here's what it is for just one. So that's really, obviously, the more children you have, the more costly it is to care for them.
Right. They are expensive even when they get older.
I think they're more expensive when they get older.
And Emily just had our first granddaughter too. So
Ah, congratulations. How's she doing?
they're doing good. Amelia's 2 weeks old. So
Amelia, named after her mother.
is she kind of Emily had a thing for Amelia Earhart. So
Oh,
she ended up
okay.
naming her baby Amelia, but she just changed the spelling of it. So it and then Amelia has my middle name and her other grandmother's middle name. So she's
That's
Kaylin.
nice.
It makes your heart
So
be all happy.
how old is she now?
2 weeks. She was born the
2
7th.
weeks. Wow, that is new.
It is.
How does it feel to be a grandmother?
Um, it feels pretty good. Not sure I'm ready for the grandma part, but she won't be able to say it for a year or two anyway.
That's true.
We'll see if I can get there by the time I'm 41.
So let me verify dates of birth. I've got Alyssa 6503,
Yes.
Maria 33005,
Yes.
and Alexis 71306.
Yes.
Okay, I still have to have a child support order prepared. Let me ask you, is there any possibility of you and Mr. Dinges reconciling?
No.
All right, I'm satisfied based on the proofs that there's been a breakdown in your marriage, that the objects of matrimony have been destroyed, that there remains no reasonable likelihood that the marriage can be preserved. I'm going to enter this judgment of divorce. I won't be able to send one to Mr. Dinges because we don't have an address for him, but I will send one to you. This gives you sole legal custody. This gives you the right to go directly to the school, show them a copy of this judgment, tell them that you want all communications from the school to be directed to you. And this also gives you a right to pick up your daughter, if you can ever find out where she is. If you have trouble getting him to bring her back to you, you might be able to get the assistance of the police. But you'll want to make sure you show them this judgment of divorce once you get a copy of it.
Okay.
Did you have any questions? Do you have any questions for me, ma'am?
How soon can I get a copy?
We'll stick it in the mail today.
Okay.
Actually, if you wanted to, you can come by the courthouse and pick up a copy if you'd like to do that.
Okay.
What you'd need to do at the front door, tell them you need to talk to Dawn Sherwood. She's my secretary for divorce and custody matters. They won't just let you walk into the building, but they'll contact her, let her know that you're here. I will let her know that you're going to be coming for a copy of the judgment of divorce.
Okay, and is it later in this afternoon or tomorrow?
If you can make, I'll make sure she has it. You can do it today or tomorrow, whatever works out for you. If I know you're going to pick it up, I won't stick it in the mail.
Okay, I will pick it up.
All right,
It's
I'll have her
available.
I'll have her hold on to it. The judgment itself is available now
Okay.
because I've signed it. It will take me a little bit longer to get the child support order prepared and issued, but the custody provisions are all in the judgment of divorce. So
Okay.
we'll make sure it's available for you.
Okay. And what time does your courthouse close?
4:30.
4:30. Okay. Sorry, I'm at work right now, so they just gave me a little bit of time to sit here and do this.
Okay,
All right. Thank you so much.
you're welcome, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you.